So today we're going to be working with missing Addend problems. Missing Addend problems can be very difficult for students to understand and solve, especially if they don't have a good grasp on their basic facts. So if a student doesn't know that 2 plus 2 is 4 or 3 plus 2 is 5 or other facts like that, they're going to have a difficult time when one of the addends is missing because they don't have a good grasp on those facts and therefore don't have solid additive thinking skills. So because understanding missing Addend problems requires additive thinking skills, there are several problem structures that we as teachers can have our students use to help them hopefully understand the concept more. So students can use join problems, separate problems, part, whole problems, compare, all of these different problem structures can help them visually see where the missing Addend portion comes in, and it'll make it a little bit easier for them to solve it, hopefully develop that automaticity in their head. So today we're going to solve different problems, missing Addend problems, using the part, whole method. And since one of the addends is unknown, and we know that additive thinking is encompassed by addition and subtraction, the students will practice their subtraction skills in solving these problems.
So when solving part, whole problems, it's important to draw a diagram at the top of the student's workbook or notebook or homework page to have them understand and visually see the parts that go into the whole number. So our first problem is George has 12 coins. 8 of his coins are pennies and the rest are nickels. How many nickels does George have? The first step in solving part, whole problems is to identify the different aspects of the problem. So you want to encourage your students to first identify the whole and then the part 1, because we know the part 2 will be unknown. According to the problem, George has 12 coins. We know that that is the whole. So you will have students write 12. When we read on, we find out that 8 of George's coins are pennies and the rest are nickels. So we know that the first part of it is 8 pennies. After identifying the whole and the part of the problem, students can visually draw out 12 coins to represent the whole. Then they can label 8 of the coins with the letter P to denote that they are pennies. After labeling 8 of the coins as pennies, we see that there are 4 coins left. Students can see this by grouping or counting and can then conclude that the missing part of this problem is 4. After figuring out that 4 is the missing addend, students will write it on the line. To check their work, they can count the number of pennies and then count up from there to include the number of nickels. They need to make sure that it adds up to the whole, and if it doesn't, then they will understand that they do not have the right number for the missing addend. Another way to check this problem is to have students subtract 12 minus 8 to get 4.